Start my truck, let's all jump in. Here we go together. Nice cool breeze and big palm trees. I tell you, life don't get no better. Talking about hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now.
Welcome viewers, and thank you for joining us for episode 4 of Talk the Talk with me, Desh. Today we are going to talk about the Opel Combo Life in our first segment called Let's Talk Car of the Week with Nita Stadler. And then we have our motoring tips specialist Ashley Roos joining us for the interesting and informative Let's Talk Tips in segment 2. For our third and final segment, Talk of the Town, my favorite, we have the incredible and interestingly knowledgeable Lise Holloway from Opel Distributors, South Africa. So first up, let's talk Car of the Week.
Talking about hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. I go, ane. Chakimofina, anane. Chakimofina.
Hi Nita.
Hi Dee.
Okay, so viewers, the Opel Combo Life is what we tested here at Women Talk not too long ago. Their newest edition, nicknamed the Combo Life, is sure to make you jump for joy, especially if you own a small business. Packed with high levels of flexibility, comfort, and innovative technologies that are unrivaled in this class, the Combo Life also features a ridiculously affordable price. So Nita, please tell us a bit more about this utility van.
Well, the newest addition to the Opel family is more than capable to tackle any load. Whether you're a soccer mom with busy kiddies or a small business owner who needs to be able to operate a stock-based business, such as beauty or hairdressing supplies, the Combo Life will eagerly deliver. I truly believe that this versatility MPV is an affordable option that doesn't compromise on quality or performance, and the attractive price tag makes it seem just that much more appealing.
So now, Nita, we know now the target market, right? Could you maybe tell us a bit more about the looks?
Dee. So, the 17-inch alloy wheels anchor it securely to the road, and the sparkling automatic on-off halogen headlights complement the shiny grille. The rear seating features double sliding doors, which open to a massive loading area. This makes loading and offloading much easier. No mess and no fuss. I must admit though, when handing back the keys to the cheerful lady at the fleet control, I had grown rather fond of the simplistic design, as I gave the hard worker a last glance before saying goodbye.
Okay, Nita, we know that this Opel Combo Life is capable to do hard work, but we would like to know a bit more about the feel inside this German creation.
Okay, Dee. From the moment you step inside, it's clear that the cabin of the Opel is spacious. Simplicity was clearly the design theme, but the Mistral grey upholstery and interior allows you to enjoy the ride just that much more. Visibility is good thanks to the forward seat and sizable windows, and behind the wheel this Combo Life is rather comfortable with a speed-sensitive power steering which is able to adjust in tilt and telescope manner. Something that I really appreciated was the number of compartments scattered around the cabin. There's even a few hidden ones. A total of 15 sizable storage areas means that there's plenty of space for paperwork, manuals or books. And you can even insert your laptop or iPad in the compartment above your head. This makes it an ideal companion for a woman on the move, like me. Opel has also designed the cabin's layout in such a manner that everything the driver might need is conveniently placed in arm's reach, an example of their undying promise to always keep their clients' needs in mind. Overall, it feels sturdy and reliable, exactly the kind of support you need for your business or day-to-day dealings with the family.
Okay, so Nita, we know that this Combo Life is both focused for women that are moms and also women that wants to start up their business, and I think we should tell our viewers a bit more about the Opel Combo Life's features.
Okay, so Dee, the 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system is equipped with a multimedia NaviPro navigation system, a radio with 6 speakers, Bluetooth connectivity, a USB input and MP3. Comfort features are plenty, including air conditioning, a particle and odor filter, power front windows, power adjustable and heated side mirrors, as well as automatic cruise control. Safety features include ABS, EBD, ESP, hill stop assist, driver and 6 airbags, and much, much more.
Wow, Nita, this is surely not your boring or average MPV you would typically find in the market today. But now I would like to share my driving experience. It has a 1.6 liter turbo diesel engine that produces 68 kilowatts of power and 230 Newton meters of torque. What Opel owners will highly appreciate about this vehicle is its excellent fuel consumption of around, I think it was 4 to 5 liters per 100 kilometers on average. This is definitely exceptional and will be sure to save you a few valuable rands and cents, which is what we need right now. Also, with low speed torque, you can look forward to a better overtaking, reliable towing, and smooth gear shifts. The 5-speed manual provides a smooth driving experience, and with a 1,100 kilogram towing capacity, you are guaranteed that your load is always safe and secure. The performance is also impressive for such a small engine. It has quite a bit of spunk. And there you have it, ladies. Even the most inexperienced drivers don't have to bother with inconveniences that can make driving unpleasant. This Combo Life makes you feel at ease when you're driving, and ladies, what more do you need to kickstart your soon-to-be successful business? Thank you so much, Nita.
Thank you, Dee, and thank you to our viewers. I hope you enjoyed our review.
Wind up, go down, wind up, go down. Twist your body backward. We go left, left, we go right, right. Turn it around and forward.
Today, our talk tip topic of discussion will be how to better identify and understand your vehicle advanced tech features. Hi. How are you?
Hi, Dee.
And thank you so much for joining us again. Okay, so maybe you can tell us more about our tip for today?
Yes, Dee. So vehicle technology has come a far way, but you would be surprised with how many women have absolutely no idea what savvy technology their vehicle has, or how to actually use, identify, or fully understand them.
Yes, absolutely. I am always excited to learn more about vehicles, and I'm sure our viewers feel the same way. Can you maybe share with us a few ways they can identify these advanced and intuitive vehicle tech features?
Yes, Dee. When you first look at a vehicle before buying it at a dealership, have the salesperson explain these features while you record or take notes as they go along. Another way would be to use the owner's manual you receive with the vehicle to better identify and familiarize yourself with the vehicle's nifty controls and features. Then lastly, you can also browse the vehicle's model-specific brochure for a more in-depth explanation.
Wow, that's easier than one would initially think. So Ash, what are some of these advanced features you keep talking about?
Dee, some of the most common advanced features you will find on modern vehicles today is brake assist and blind spot monitoring. If you're a distracted driver or you're prone to multitasking behind the wheel, then you'll most certainly appreciate brake assist. This feature prevents your vehicle from locking up when you brake too hard or abruptly, ensuring a safe stop. Then, if you're also on the shorter side like me, then you'll thank the heavens you have blind spot monitoring. This feature acts as an aid to notify you when a vehicle or an object is in your blind spot that you may have failed to notice yourself.
Ash, please share your opinion as to why it is so important to know about these advanced technologies.
Dee, at the end of the day, when you buy a modern vehicle, you pay that extra amount of money for all these helpful driving aids. And we want our viewers to reap all the benefits and get the most out of every drive.
Yes, thank you so much, Ash. That's absolutely what we're trying to achieve, to educate, to empower, and to let you, our viewers, especially our ladies, know what you're paying for and what questions you should ask, right? So thank you, Ash, for yet another very interesting talk tip.
Thank you.
Viewers, clearly I'm on a mission to highlight the value women bring to the table. And you know, I am pleased to report that the majority of men in this industry do want us at the table. During the past 5 years of practicing as a motoring journalist, I've interacted with many men representing the Opel brand, and the unanimous opinion of these men is that women have a totally different point of view and are obsessive about the customer versus the process. They are more open, encouraging, and know how to take people with them when implementing a vision. An Opel dealer principal recently told me that the women in his dealership are reasonable and focus on what is possible versus what is not, and that there is another level of respect when a woman is in the room. A truly admirable man indeed. But today we have a woman here. So we have Lise Holloway, who is the National Relations and Dealer Support Manager at Opel Distributors, South Africa. Lise is another woman that have taken me under her wing, guiding, supporting, and mentoring me in all things automotive, especially with her German brand. However, viewers, like most journalists, I am intrigued and almost obsessed with the historical aspects of the field I work in, and this is exactly what attracted me to Lise Holloway. Now, I don't know who remember the popular Tommy Martin dealerships established back in 1930s. Lise Holloway is not just a faithful and celebrated woman in motoring South Africa. No, viewers. Only the best of the best gets to sit in the seat beside me. Lise Holloway is the granddaughter of Tommy Martin himself, and I cannot wait for her to share some of what I've learned from her with all of you. So let's welcome Lise Holloway, proudly brought to you by Sariti Solutions.
My bestie and your bestie sit down by the fire. Your bestie says she want parties, so can we make these flames go higher? Talking about hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. I go, I need.
Hi Lise, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Desh. It's lovely to be here.
Thank you. Lise, first and foremost, I'd like you to tell us more about yourself and how and where did your journey in motoring begin?
Okay, Desh, let's start right at the beginning. But firstly, I do want to do a formal thank you for having me at your first of a kind by Woman for Woman motoring show. It's an honor to join you and your beautiful team. Okay, so I was born into the motor industry without knowing that I would ultimately become the third generation Martin, which is my maiden name, to work in retail dealerships and then for Opel as an OEM within CFA Motors and the Opel Distributor Division. So nearly 8 years ago, I joined our then family-owned General Motors dealership, Tommy Martin Motors, on the West Rand, which was established by my grandparents in 1936. So initially, I started in the truck rental division, which was very foreign to me. I learned a lot, and my task was to move them into the digital environment. Soon thereafter, new used service and parts was added to my marketing and advertising portfolio. And that was a natural transition for me, Desh, because my background is in digital design and I worked at various ad agencies and freelanced for 13 years. Wow. So this, together with having lived my entire life in the motoring space, which is in my genes, I would dare say, married much of me as a person and my skill set into one.
Wow, Lise, that is such an amazing background. What I like is the fact that Tommy Martin dealerships were involved in Opel, and it's almost like fate brought you back to your brand, you know, so that's amazing. And, you know, what I always like to have this discussion with my lady sitting next to me, but I know that you're not a woman that's easily I would say discouraged, but have there been challenges for you as a woman in motoring?
Sure, there are always challenges, but that's in any career. You just have to identify them and deal with them. So for me, I think due to my grandmother being an example of a woman in motoring throughout my life, from being a child, going with her down to the garage, hearing her speak about it, I've never believed or thought that there isn't a place for women in the motoring industry because she was just there. So if she could do it during the 50s, right into the 80s, standing at only a height of 5'2" by the way, it's certainly possible today if one just believes in oneself, faces the industry confidently, and continues with determination, diligence, and self-belief.
Absolutely.
An important aspect for me is to never stop learning, even if it's one new thing each day. Knowledge is definitely of great benefit. Get to know every department and their workings. It assists in being able to best function in your job space and places you in a position to contribute greatly. In my mind, the following are critical to success. Product knowledge, very, very important. Retail and manufacturer understanding, plus knowing your market and consumer behaviors in order to adapt when needed. Being a true ambassador for your brand and to yourself is essential, as your business card is only as good as the person behind it.
Absolutely, yes.
From my side, I love having my office in the retail space. I don't believe that you should be office bound. You need to get out to your dealerships, as this is where you learn what's real and you see the cogs grind. So I make it my business to know the Opel brand to my greatest ability, Desh. I continually ask questions, seek answers, and build on my knowledge in order to best represent my brand, which is Opel. I'm very blessed to have wonderful mentors in my current team. My bosses, I mean, they're incredible. My direct boss, our general manager, is always there for me. So I've been mentored by both men and women. They continue to encourage, educate, and support me in my portfolio. And you know me, I ask many questions. They are particularly patient with me and have contributed to my knowledge and hence the ability to do what I'm required to do confidently. And I often converse with my retired father. At the age of 84, he has so much lost motoring knowledge that I'm trying for it not to be lost.
Yes, absolutely.
So the past can teach us so much. He's given me incredible insights into the back to basics, which has enabled me to incorporate past ways into our new thinking and the digital age in particular.
Absolutely. And can you tell us more about what it is that you would like to, well, first tell us about what your current job is, which I am aware, but what is it that you would like to accomplish?
Okay, so my current job title is Public Relations and Dealer Support Manager. I also work very closely with our advertising agency ad makers and manage certain online and digital functions directly. On a dealership level, I'm available to the full Opel dealership network in South Africa to assist and support on anything literally to do with Opel. I visit our dealerships. I love spending time in the retail space, as I told you. I meet the Opel teams and remain at their service on all aspects. What I can't manage to answer myself, I refer to the most appropriate member in our tight, concise Opel distributor team. We are a small team, but we work very, very closely and overlapping with each other. So having a successful day, week and month with my brand, our team, my dealership network, and our support suppliers, that is what gives me accomplishment, satisfaction, Desh.
Okay, now that's absolutely wonderful to hear. I mean, you have to draw that satisfaction from what you're doing. And I always say, I mean, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. So that is absolutely wonderful. Look, we talk about transformation in terms of women being more involved in motoring South Africa. What transformation do you wish to see take place? Maybe in your brand, but in South Africa as a whole.
Okay, so in our brand, you know, because I don't work, I do work in the retail space. It seems pretty balanced, but within, I prefer to just speak about myself as in the distributor role. We are speaking about women, so my perspective is yes, it is a male-dominated industry. We can't deny that. But there, for me, seem to be some core reasons that need to be further explored. For example, on the sales side, Long hours and lack of time when you have young children may be a negative for many women, because you can't just take time off to go and watch a cricket match in the middle of the week, for instance.
Absolutely.
And you do work Saturday half days generally.
Absolutely.
It's long hours and it is tough.
Yep.
However, with the digital age, much can be done remotely by phone and laptop, so more flexibility is available if required, and I do believe that within dealerships and in the OEMs, those conversations are had by employers and employees. Personally, I believe that a woman can work in any industry, and it is for the individual to choose, prepare, and to ultimately show up. So existing women in motoring can certainly assist with mentoring and showing what possibilities there are. We are the voice of those to come and need to encourage and lead by example.
Absolutely. So now, Lisa, enough about work. Tell me, I know you are such a busy woman. I mean, every time we chat on the phone, you're horse riding or you're out in the wild. Tell us more about your hobbies. Okay.
So Desh, so you want to know about me, Lisa, out of the workplace. So, okay. So downtime for me means getting out into the country and bush, as I find the quiet and connection to nature balances me. Animals, nature, you know that part of me.
I do.
Incredibly important. I love to cook. I love working in my garden, especially propagating vegetables to feed my vegetarian diet. Plus reading and spending time with my daughter, Nina, who's an accomplished show jumper and has chosen her career to be around horses. So I do get outside a lot, which is great.
Okay.
I unfortunately have stopped riding due to work commitments and for other reasons, but I'm okay with this, as it's my daughter's time to shine in this arena now. I also enjoy experimenting with various food preparations, from bread baking. Yeah, the sour bread thing in lockdown, I did that.
Yeah, all over Facebook.
Absolutely. To
Right.
pickling, jams and preserves, and I'm going to give limoncello and salted lemons a go next. My
want
sister
some.
and I are having a competition on my patio. You're welcome to come and choose
thank
which
you.
limoncello is best.
Okay. What else is there, so Lisa?
Spending time with my family and friends, that seems to fall under hobbies for me, because it fits well, as hobbies are things we love to do and get joy from, crave and seek out. So family and friends, important.
Okay, Lisa, before we go into, I know you're a nominee for the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards. I'd like to discuss that a bit, because I always like our ladies out there to know how my ladies that have been nominated feels about this. But before we get into that, I actually want to delve back into the subject of the history of Tommy Martin. Something I want our viewers to know. Okay, so Lisa brought some amazing literature, books and photos from back in the day, from 1930. I mean, such precious possessions that she has. Tell us a little bit more about the history of Tommy Martin.
Well, I'll just tell you, my granddad actually came over on one of the many boats that came from England. He was a bicycle salesman and repair person. So that's what he was. I mean, that's basically, wasn't a highly educated man, and certainly not what he certainly ended up being a self-made person. And he started the business up with my grandmother as his right-hand person. She was involved from the day dot when it opened. When he tragically passed away, I never had the chance to meet him. My grandmother just stepped in and she ran it. She was the chairman, she was the president. My dad, after he finished matric, he went to go and work there. Very strict. He had to start in the parts department, then he had to do the service department, then he had to do the used, and then the new, etc. He had to learn everything about the business, obviously. And he eventually became the dealer principal. And then my grandmother, I think, kind of like a timeline is a bit blurred, but I think it was in the 80s, the early 80s, she stepped aside and my father became the dealer principal. And then when she passed on, he took over the business in all his entirety, but she held an office there until she was 85. She used to go in every day. Wow. Driving in her senator with her gloves and her tiny stature, dressed up beautifully, etc. So that's basically what I know about it. It's the stories, it's the ledgers, It's the minutes
Yes.
that I've read that I told you. I've got all of the family business minutes.
And
So
I hope
that's how
we'll
I've learned.
have some of that up on the screen for you to have a look at. But I must say, what really gets me going is the price of what they invoice these cars at. I mean, 1,000 or 2,000 rand, right? And I mean, this was in 1938. 1940.
Yeah, what is it, about £220 or whatever?
Yeah,
whatever
pounds,
it was,
sorry.
It
It was pounds
Yeah.
back then. That was before my time, I'm sorry.
pounds.
But way before my
mine
time.
too, before mine
But
too.
and I mean, that's not even 1/8 of the payment that I make for my car per month. So that was very nice to look at. We'll put all of that up on the screen for you so you can have a look at that. I was talking about a bit about your nomination for the MWOTI Awards. Please tell us a bit more about that and how do you feel about this?
Desh, I was very privileged to attend last year's inaugural function. It was an amazing event. Thank you very much. You went all out. You were stressed beyond, but boy, you pulled it together. It's a unique platform to celebrate women in motoring through all departments and job descriptions, which is lovely. So it allows for recognition of not just the front women, those who are always seen and in the limelight in the press, etc., but those that work productively behind the scenes in all departments. I truly think it's a valuable addition to the motoring industry calendar in South Africa.
Thank
Its
you.
uniqueness is what makes it stand out, and of course the team involved is an inspiration of brave foresight and positive action. You, a couple of times I think you were ready to throw the towel in, but you persevered step by step, and look at you now.
Thank you.
So I mean, for me, yes, it's great to be nominated. Thank you to all who nominated me, who put me forward. Not every nominee can win, but just being nominated, seen and recognized is a form of winning on its own. Yeah. And I'm really looking forward to the digital awards ceremony you're doing in October.
It's actually November.
Is it in November?
Yes,
My
27th
apologies.
of November.
Months, days, weeks, they all just have been a bit of a blur this year since
Yes,
March.
absolutely.
And of course to win would be great. But if it's not to be, I'm a winner by just being here today and having been nominated.
Oh,
so
you
thank
are
you.
a winner anyway. You're Tommy Martin's granddaughter. No, I'm joking. You're a winner because of you, Lisa.
Big shoes.
And that, for us, is the end of episode number 4. Viewers, thank you so much for watching, supporting, and following us. We are not just providing information or empowering women, but based on our feedback, we would like to believe that we are making a positive contribution to motoring South Africa. Also, please follow us on Facebook and visit our online motoring magazine, which is Women Talk, for more content regarding vehicle reviews, tips, and you can also purchase your next vehicle from a selection of thousands of vehicles from our accredited dealerships advertised nationwide. Ladies, remember, the question should never be who's going to let me. It must always be who's going to stop me.
Start my truck, let's all jump in. Here we go together. Nice cool breeze and big palm trees. I tell you, life don't get no better. Talking about hey now.